All right, so we got about the 8th of February, and going through my list right here. Well then, rear tail pan, I got that one covered. Install air conditioning, not done yet. Easy wiring's halfway in. Build gas tank, got that one done. Glass sunroof, cut panels. What do we got down here? Rear storage compartment, completed. Battery rear mount, completed. Straighten rear frame, knock that one out. Emergency brake cable. Install radiator in, not quite really. Bench seat reupholstered. Done. Quick, move over here. So I've actually got this thing picked up today from the upholstery shop in Erlensee. Actually looks pretty decent. And just got to put it in the back seat, but actually looks really, really good. Come back over here to the list. Haven't done that one. Run brake lines, kind of halfway, not all of them yet. Brake booster vacuum, nope. Fuel lines, motor ECU, transmission, QTP cutouts, hood, nope. So anyway, let me show you where we're at over here. So I've got all my templates cut right now. Just did this a couple of minutes ago. And I had to actually extend this right there because the tank is actually a little bit deeper. But the gas tank is ready to go. And here's my math right now to get the calculation correct for the sender unit. And also got, let me cut this down a little bit. So as you can see right now this is some hillbilly North Carolina stuff right here. So I actually just had to extend this down a little bit because the Plymouth gas tank was a little bit shorter. So this one's a little bit deeper. So I actually got this thing all tucked up in here. And got my wiring run and got this thing exactly 90 degrees to this section right over here, and this will actually just pop in right here. And what I did just a couple minutes ago is cut all of my templates right here, got my screws tapped, and I'm going to run those in here right now. I think there's like 20 of those suckers, 25. And this is my sender unit right here, getting ready to put it in. But car's looking good. And getting ready to finalize this entire rear end project right here. When I say rear end, I don't mean the rear axle. I'm talking about the rear of the car. So kind of knocked out right now. Storage compartment. That's my access hole to the top of the fuel pump and the sender unit. And everything's kind of knocked out here and ready to go. What else we got? Well, you've seen a lot of video on this right here. This is my new stereo system with my Bluetooth linked in phone. And I've got my little side over here and subwoofer. All right, we got the 20th January 2020, and show you a couple of cool things I'm working on in the garage right here. This is Nomad build. Part number, don't ask me what it is, but there it is right there. And got the gas tank happening today. And I just wanted to show you because my part showed up from Summit Racing. I'll put this right up in here and push it down. These are the band clamps that I was missing about 10 days ago. So I ordered these from Summit Racing. And what I do is I take these things right here and I put myself a little inside collar on here. This is loose in here. Mark it halfway point, and that way I just know I got a nice good fit in here. Slide that sucker up on there, and this is going to be my resonator, and this is going to be the main muffler, and obviously trim to exactly the size you want. In this particular case it should be 7.5 centimeters, exactly 7.5 centimeters, and that tells me that this thing is actually butted up to where it's supposed to be. Then take this handy dandy, looks like about a 5/8, and clamp those suckers up. Now here's the point where you can actually clock it to make sure it's sitting straight. Resonator in front is just a little bit smaller. There it is. And just crank that sucker on down. The one in the front is an all steel Summit no name. And the one in the back is just a Cadillac muffler. And basically, what you've got here is a super strong joint. I'll lay this up underneath here. On this metal part right here, I'll actually put a little bar up here, and I'll do my hanger mount here. I'll do a hanger mount on the other side, and that'll stop it from twisting underneath the car. And this is straight through. And I also traded this one out for a center out right here. I did have the other two mufflers, and well, it didn't quite fit, so I went ahead. These things are only like $23 a pop. But anyway, I'll cruise over here and show you some cool stuff. Oh, by the way, the tail pan is in. Did a little bit of Bondo work on that, just a little bit, to actually pretty these seams up. I'll do a little bit more sanding right here, and I got myself some spray paint just to match the colors up. I'm also deleting these little holes right here, so I got my first filler, and the same thing on this side right here. Fill up these little bitty holes up in here. Coming on over here, here are these old radios. These are the radios that German companies from Grundig to Blaupunkt to Telefunken all made these radios, and these are all supposed to not be working. You pay about $20 a piece for these things, 15 to 20 euros, which is 25 bucks or 20 bucks. Turns out the one here that's not supposed to be working actually does work. It's an old tube radio. These are all tube radios. This one and this one right here actually work perfectly fine. So anyway, the goal is the ones that aren't working, I actually take them and convert them over to Bluetooth digital streaming radio by just taking the guts out of them, putting an LED light in here because all this lights up. And what's really cool here, I know this is off topic right now, but back then they didn't have actual UKW frequencies, so they didn't have FM frequencies. So what they did is they actually tuned AM stations to the city itself, Stavanger, Frankfurt, London, for example. Anyway, little project I got going on right now, and I basically have it so I can hook up my phone to any one of these radios except for the two that are working, because if it's working, why mess with it? And then you got a cool little old school radio with new technology. Anyway, take care, bye-bye. All right, so I keep telling everybody that you don't have to have a lift or a pit. But I tell you what, the few times you work on a muffler system or something on the bottom of a car, it's a pain in the ass if you don't have it. But anyway, here's where I'm at right now. I'm getting ready to put the exhaust system in. I dented this up just a little bit, welded it. So now, upside down, basically right here. And then I take my handy dandy pre-cut stick. So, all right. So basically, it's in right now, and I'll show you what I've done here. The exhaust system on this side I put in yesterday, and then you can see right here, I've got this holder right here with a little weld on the corner, and I'll do the same thing on this side right here. So basically, it's in, and it's a pain in the ass working upside down, but it works. Take care. All right, so I've employed some help tonight. This is Roland, and Roland can weld. So working on the gas tank tonight, and TIG welding takes skill, which I don't have. Take care, bye-bye. Yes, sir. All right. That little thing right there is going to be my gas sending unit hole. And the other one over here is actually for the electric fuel pump. So, pretty cool. Everything worked out. If you notice, I got this thing sitting up on the edge right here that stops crap from going to the other end of the tank. But right now, I'm just going to take a little bit of vacuum cleaner and suck that out of there, and then call it an evening. It's been a long day. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, safety first. And just checking the angle now. And that's probably about good right there. And this is the actual piece I'm going to be using right here at this angle right here. A little bit for Roland to fill in, but I think it'll work. Okay. So basically, this is the concept. You know, obviously I'm going to level that out, but I got to find out where my weld points are at right now. Measurement was correct. Everything looks like it's kosher. It's sitting up in there. And this will be all flush across the bottom here. So now, the plan is I've pre-drilled these holes right here. 1, 2, 3. They go through the big thick angle iron, and that'll be my rear mount. And then the front, I plan on mounting tabs right up here, and I just got to figure out where I'm going to do that at. But that's basically it. Tank is in. Got some fabrication to do. Take care.